You can put it down hard. It's all the the beginning sounds here. I can take it out.
Oh.
It's like this is getting the white noise. All right, and welcome back to your weekly podcast, 321 Let's Talk. I'm one of your hosts, Shawn.
This is your co-host Jamal.
And this week we don't have a manga to talk about. I guess we're doing a long one this week, so it's taking us a little longer to get through everything. But we still wanted to give y'all something to listen to. So Jamal came with a question for us just to discuss and to talk about today instead. So go ahead and throw us the questions for the week.
Pretty much we're going to talk about how we got into manga, anime, this culture of ours that we just fell in love with and we decided to make a podcast about.
Yeah, and feel free if you want to write in the comments as well why you personally fell in love with this culture, this genre, this style of comics, of mangas and animes, because it's worldwide phenomenon now.
Yeah, back then it was just low key. Now it's just boom.
It's everyone and their mama have read the manga or watched the anime
at some point. Yeah, it's a lot of millennials are now getting you can even see advertisements Arby's. They do a lot of millennial or anime style.
I think it's just
commercials and whatnot.
I think it's just real common now for a person to. I think animes like Naruto and Bleach and One Piece, those three made it really more acceptable for everyone to be a fan of an anime. And we're forgetting Goku. Dragon Ball Z is another one that when I look back, I want to say, I can't, to be exact, there's two first, because the first way I got into this world of animation, is it's through anime, and it was Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, did you realize what it was an anime?
No.
At the time, you thought it was a cartoon.
I just thought it was a cartoon. So one of my dad's co-workers, he was a big Dragon Ball Z fan. And so he used to let me borrow the DVDs. His name was Gerald, way back in the day. And he was just give me Dragon Ball Z DVDs, and I'll be like, oh shit, this is a dope cartoon. I didn't tell the distinction. Yeah, and it was the same thing with Yu Yu Hakusho, because it used to come on Toonami late at night. I swear, I put on everything. I begged my parents to let me watch Yu Yu Hakusho because it came
at midnight.
It came on at midnight. It was part of Adult Swim.
Yeah, the midnight run.
Yeah, and I was like, please let me watch this. It is a cartoon about fighting. There's no sexual things involved in this. I know it comes on Adult Swim, but it's for kids
or teens. But yeah,
I was straight lies still, because there's
cursing,
there's
and
cursing,
blood.
violence, blood. But I loved all that shit, and there's demons and
yeah.
It's
you weren't supposed to do that.
It's stuff that's not probably an 8-9-year-old shouldn't be watching, but my parents was they were convinced because it.
As long as you don't mess up in school or something that affects you.
And then for all appearance wise, it seems
it looked it was just straight up, guys fighting around in the tournament. No, it's more deeper than that.
But yeah, it's definitely Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball Z. Watching Dragon Ball Z and playing all of the video games that used to come on come out on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, Budokai 1, 2, and Tenkaichi. I think
my God,
Legacy of Goku on the Game Boy Advance and stuff.
Bro, the amount of hours me and my cousin just spent wasting away on Dragon Ball Z Budokai. It was Budokai 1, Budokai Tenkaichi.
It was crazy.
It kept going, and each of we would just, the way it would go, we would get the game and then just spend hours trying to beat the storyline. And you lose, so you gave up the controller. They lose, you gave up the controller.
It's house rules in almost everybody's house. Because same thing for us. And we didn't have a GameCube. We didn't have a PlayStation. We had a GameCube. So we had to go to other people's houses who had PlayStations to play games like that.
Yeah, that just was the rules, because it was because the main objective on these games, right, you wanted to fight each other with all the characters. But the only way to unlock all the characters, you have to go and grind through the storyline and do all these little side missions.
That seems like a golden age now, because nowadays a microtransaction, you got to buy everything. buy this, buy
No,
that.
I remember, and I think it's like Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2 is like it's a silver cover for PlayStation 2. You had the ability there was a whole bunch of characters, but you had the ability to unlock every character. You just literally had to do everything needed to get it. You had the few there was like this one thing where you had the fuse characters to unlock higher level characters. But like
Yeah.
you literally had the ability to get everything from the game just from putting in massive amount of hours in it. Me and my cousin got so good at the game, we could whoop someone who when it didn't play that game, we could beat them in like 10 seconds, and they would get angry.
Of course, man. I came over to have fun. I get my ass whooped and go home. What the hell?
Oh,
F
no.
you.
I think it's the beautiful thing though, because it's like people would step on the controllers and we'll be like, do you know I have no life? I am a 10, 11-year-old child who can spend my days playing this game. How dare
exactly.
How dare you step to me in this realm?
As an insult, you're like, dude, who cares? I have no life. I'm a kid. Now,
Yeah.
20-something years old. Oh, boy. Man, what you ain't got a job? All right, man. Hey, leave me alone, man. I got my guilty pleasures. But, yeah. But for me, getting into anime, I say the same thing like you. I started with Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm. It's cool how that's just been a
Yeah,
gateway for so many.
Yes, Dragon Ball Z was a gateway.
I guess it's a gateway for the Western world.
Yeah,
anyway,
because Dragon Ball Z is super popular in the West. I mean, in Japan you have like Gundam. Mm-hmm. Gundam is not as popular here in America that is in like Japan. Gundam is big over there. One Piece is big over there, but like Dragon Ball Z is, of course, it's big in Japan too, but it's big here. That's like everyone's go to. You know, he's like the Mickey Mouse for anime people in the West. Like, you just say, oh, who's this guy? Oh, I already know who this is. It's Goku. So, yeah, it started for me, and I remember, like, on the cartoon, Rurouni Kenshin, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, yeah, I remember Rurouni Kenshin, too.
Gundam Wing. Man, I just remember all that. I remember one distinct episode of Dragon Ball Z when the Cell games.
Yeah.
When Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 and beat Cell. I can't draw for shit. I'm the worst drawer of all time.
Yeah.
But as a kid, when I saw that moment, I was intensively drew that picture. I think that was probably one of my best pictures I've ever drawn in my life. And I was just drawing.
It's just that dedication. Yeah, it's like blind focus.
Exactly. I was like, this was so amazing to me as a kid. Like, whoa, what the hell is going on?
It's the beauty of it, bro, because it's just I don't know. Even like when you were saying all the previous like Rurouni Kenshin, like Yu Yu Hakusho, Gundam, like shout outs to whoever was the programmers for Cartoon Network back in the day.
Oh, for like their
for that like Toonami run, there was so many just like dope stuff, and I'm forgetting
and
another
their promos
one.
And stuff was amazing.
Inuyasha,
yeah,
was another one that like I used to stay up so I could watch that shit because it came on at 11, so it would be like it'll come out Friday night. You stay up all night Friday night to watch this stuff on Toonami.
Yeah.
And then Saturday morning you'll wake up early so you could get 4Kids and watch One Piece and all these other Yu-Gi-Oh. I wonder, do you think kids still do that?
Man, I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Stay up all night Friday just to watch a run. They probably don't because we have all of these like streaming platforms.
Yeah, so like, you can just
watch stuff whenever you want. The time.
As back then, I didn't know all that stuff. So I was like, man, I gotta stay up at night, watch this, wake up to watch Saturday morning cartoons.
There is a cool memory though because I really love that because like I would fall asleep on the couch, and then I'll wake up in the morning in the living room just like, well, I camped out here all night. This is my space.
7 a.m. I remember had to fight. Me and my brother had to fight our, sister for TV. Like, no, we're watching, Shawn McKing. Then next we gotta watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then next we gotta watch this.
It's like the first 4 hours of the day morning is mine. Yeah. Like, don't step to the don't step to the TV. I think for the longest time though, I was just the anime watcher. And then, like, I gradually, as the internet became more popular, I was able to find sites online. I didn't know it was illegal to do this, but, like, I was able to find sites online who had lists of different animes and stuff. And that's when I ran into my first, like, roadblock type of thing, where, like, the anime and the series would end, and it'd be like,
yo, it's over? That can't be it.
Yeah, that can't be it. There's still there have to be more. Like, you left me at this mega cliffhanger. What else is there? I can't remember the first one that happened, but that's kind of what led me into the, because at that time I saw mangas whenever we would go to in Houston. There used to be a bookstore called Borders.
Yeah.
And me and Jamal used to go and hang out there and just read mangas. But like I didn't care about the series. I would just pick one up and be like, "Oh, this looks cool. Let me check this out." But it's like I hit this first roadblock and it's just like there's have to be more. And that's when Wikipedia became my friend, because it would be like, "Yo, there is this many chapters," and I'm like, "What's a chapter? Let me dive into this." And then it leads me to a site that allowed me to read mangas. And it's just like, well, I have found my home.
I was a big anti, manga reader. I was like those,
Really?
yeah, because you ever seen the episode of Boondocks when what's his name?
Riley?
No.
Huey?
The stank meter. He came back and he was taking over
Okay.
Tom, and you're trying to read the Bible from him. Like, niggas don't like to read. Like, read, nigga. So it made that a meme. Like, how manga readers would give it anime dudes like, no, I don't want to read.
Yeah.
That's how I was, dude. I didn't want to read manga. Like, dude, I want to see the opening. I want to listen to the voice acting.
Yeah.
I didn't want to read. But after a while, I was like, you know what? I can't take these roadblocks. And I wouldn't say, like, before I was reading mangas before, but the one reason I started to read mangas for sure was Hitman Reborn. When you told me that the manga continued to finish, I was pissed.
Oh,
that was
wow.
like,
I guess but because by that time I was already I just said fuck it. I was like, if the companies don't animate everything, I want to know what happens. So I became the one who was like always pushing up my friends, just like, there is more. There is more. There's just like these more levels, these more fights, these dudes get doper. It's just like, read. And you know what else? This doesn't sound so fucking nerdy, but on YouTube when it first started, there used to be AMV
anime music videos, bro. Everyone did those things back
which
in the day.
They would show
or still
all of these fights and scenes and
with Linkin Park music.
So much.
Bro.
And it would be like stuff that they haven't aired in the States yet. So it would be just dubs, and that also led me to like trying to read it as well, because it was like all these conflicts and battles happen.
It'd be like Japanese, because it's just fights, right? So it'd be like, Japanese words or whatever.
I want to say I saw the fight for Pain between Pain and Jiraiya as like an AMV video. It was a Linkin Park song. I think the song was Pain. And I was just like, I was enamored with that video, and it was just like, I have to
find out what happened. Like, what's going on?
I have to know about this. And then you would stumble across this image here of like, in this image here, and then your imagination just would be like, oh shit, this happens, and so it led me definitely into the world reading. So I was the one pushing it down y'all jokes. I was the friend who was like, read, nigga, read.
Bro, I had one of my mom's friend's son. I remember when he brought a PlayStation 2 with Kingdom Hearts. That's back when I was a Kingdom Hearts hater. Yes, it was a time when I hated Kingdom Hearts just for the fact that it wasn't on.
He got so into it too. I used to bring my PlayStation 2 to your house
so
you could
just to play Kingdom Hearts.
Another thing I don't think kids do now: take your whole system over to your friend's place to hook it up.
That was like something you have to do.
But I used to bring it over there for Kingdom Hearts and then Metal Gear Solid.
But it was before that. It was when so my mom's friend's son, he just came over and he was talking about Naruto. He's like, yeah, man, Naruto. Because in States, we're way behind in the anime. We're like, probably like in the first destruction or before that. Maybe in the water one.
I think it's the water world because it's like what was airing. Because I remember, what's the dude with the crazy long sword?
Zabuza?
Zabuza.
Yeah, so we're probably on that. And this dude's talking about, yeah, man, Naruto versus Sasuke. I was like, dude, what? I thought he was speaking nonsense. Like, what is this dude talking about?
And that was the beauty of the AMV videos too, because it would show all of those fights, and you'd be like,
or I realized how behind the anime in the West was compared to over there in Japan and stuff.
You had to build that fan base. There wasn't. And I don't even know if it was as popular to do the like simulcast thing now, where like
Oh no, not
it
back then.
airs
Yeah,
here and it airs there at
yeah.
the same time.
I don't think so. Yeah,
Uh,
back then it was. Nowadays, yeah, they do that with like My Hero Academia.
mm,
Won't be. Oh, we're gonna simulcast this. You know, both airing dub and sub. I have no gripe between the two. If you like whatever, it's up to you.
yeah,
Doesn't matter.
I I think we go the waves
I just don't like live
initially.
action. I don't like. I don't like live action. If you can
I
find a
think
good
it
one, let me know.
I
'Cause I
think it
haven't
have
found one.
its place.
I haven't found a good live action. I haven't. Sorry.
But so that what because we it's a little further back. We jumped away from it,
Yeah.
but you said it was when I told you about Hitman
Yeah, Hitman
Reborn
Reborn.
being finished.
Yeah.
Where
So
you when
yeah, I
you
went.
decided to dive into
Yeah,
manga.
manga. Yeah, I was like, okay, let me go and see what this is up. And then when I was reading it, well, I forgot about that moment because I started
Also,
reading other stuff.
Hitman Reborn, it's like A minus B plus
I
in
give it
my
a B
book.
plus because
B
they had a
plus.
lot of great things, but
They had
they
some really great characters. The one who was the sword wielding water style
yeah.
dude, that was his like ring. His like he had a spirit animal type
Oh,
of thing,
it's like
which
a
was a
bird, a
swallow.
swallow. Yeah,
Um, it just ends.
the ending was just kind of but yeah, Hitman Born. If you want to give it a shot, maybe we'll cover it on here. But yeah, it's B plus, B minus. But yeah, so I decided to read Hitman Reborn, but that wasn't until like I forgot about it. I didn't read Hitman Born again until I got into college, and I would say, okay, let me redo it and let me finish it. But before then, I was like reading other stuff like Hunter x Hunter. I was like, what is this? This looks
Mm.
stupid. Like a dude, the very first volume was like, what the hell is he fishing? And I was reading, I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
this is really good.
Yeah, it's weird because to be completely honest, I got into mangas. I'm way more into mangas than I am into like comic books.
Same here, yeah, same. Here.
Um,
I don't know.
I tried comic books, but like it's not the same to me. I just enjoy this medium of mangas so much more as like a story, a way to tell stories.
Hmm.
Um,
What about remember in middle school? We we had a manga in the library, and we occasionally read a couple. Like I said, I wasn't a big reader. I read
uh,
Rave Master.
no man, in high school, my it might sound sad to other people, but it's like an awesome memory to me. I hated going to the cafeteria and eating lunch. It was like the most awkward thing to me in the world to like walk into the cafeteria, find a table with people you know, and like it's just like all of that. It was
Or if
just
you don't
like
have lunch with people you do know, so you just
yeah,
gotta sit by yourself and just sit
and it
there.
was like I'm not about to sit by myself in the cafeteria. It's like fuck that. So it's
You can
like
go to the library during your time in high school.
I
Well, I
could,
couldn't. I couldn't.
I
I
could,
was in
I
football.
was So at the first high school I went to, I just went to the library so much that the librarian was like, "Hey, it's cool for you to come in here during lunch."
Oh,
And so I would go in there for.
was this Hastings too?
So
Cause you
I
said a
did.
high tower, yeah.
I went to Hightower first for my first 2 years, but I just got so cool with the librarian that I was able to get. It's just, as I said, it sounds nerdy because it is nerdy, but like I was on the first name basis with the librarian.
For real.
For real, because that's how it freaked me out. I thought it was such a sad thing to sit by yourself in the cafeteria because you didn't know anyone,
Mm-hmm.
and like I was so awkward going to like puberty and shit like that. I wasn't comfortable enough to be like secure in myself just to sit at a table with people I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
and start a conversation. I'm super okay with that now, but back then,
Yeah.
hell to the no. So I would go to the library and just sit in there and read mangas. I read at Hightower. I was able to read all of the Mega Man series, just like multiple series, and then I did the same thing at Hastings because I came there junior year, and it's just like I knew people there, but none of them had my lunch. So you could get a laminated pass from the library. So if you got, because there was a couple kids who just did the same thing I did, who went to
Okay.
the library during lunch. You could get a laminated pass from the librarian, just get your lunch period teacher to sign it, and then
Yeah.
they will laminate it. and
You
you
can just
could go
go.
to the library
That's what's
during
up.
lunch.
Yeah, I had football, so pretty much all I did was like go after like doing whatever we did during fifth period. You guys were all had your lunches, and I just go eat and go to the next class. So I didn't have time to really think about doing all that stuff,
So
and I just really sat with my teammates and stuff.
during Hightower, junior and senior year, I read so many mangas. I read like Flames of Riku,
Flame of Recca.
Flames of Rekka, because we
Okay.
had that in the librarian, the complete series. I read Zat Spell. What was another one I read during that time? I don't know. I read Shaman King there. There's another cool one. I always forget the name
What does it
of it.
look like? Maybe somebody in the comment section probably say it.
It's kind of like a Zatch Bell type of one. It's with it's a little, it's a boy who is like a ghost hunter. He have like dark black hair, and then he have an assistant who have like yellow hair, and they go around and they hunt ghosts and like poltergeists, and like the dude is able to use spells from his notebooks to send them back to the hell. They made an anime for it.
Oh
I
yeah,
just
I don't
forget the
know.
name of it. There's a whole bunch of chapters in it, and like I read that all there. I read. I started anyway. Cyrus. It's like PSYREN.
Siren probably.
Siren.
Yeah.
I read that one there. It was just that my like high school career was like a manga education. But I definitely that's where if I already had like a love and like a little small fling with like anime and
That's when you
manga,
just delve deep into
that's
it.
when it became like a lifelong thing for me. Because afterwards, when it was like it would be like summer breaks where I would try and go on like these odysseys of trying to read these giant chapters, these giant mangas. So like
There's like 400 or 500 chapters or 300, 400, like
no, like it like thousands.
thousands.
Like so, one summer I tried to read all of Detective Conan.
Yeah,
I gave up because
that's a challenge, man. It's like I even try to put like a stop block for me, you know, and then but it's tough.
because I think I got up to like 600, starting from like
You
chapter
just fell
one.
right off.
And like one day I came and my page wasn't saved, and I was like, "Fuck it." I said I refuse.
To start over.
I refuse to start over. And you know the messed up thing is I have started over again.
Same here.
Because it'll be like, I think it's just like a lifelong goal that I want to read all of Detective Conan because I think it's such a dope series.
It is. It's one of those things that came on back on like Cartoon Network or whatever, and you're just like, "Yo, this is amazing." Whatever happened, then you grow up and like, "Did that dude ever get out of being a kid?" That's just one of the things. Like, yo, did you know Detective Conan? What's his name? Shinichi, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Did he ever grow up?
Did he ever get his body back? And then you restart it. Like, okay, you find out manga or whatever the anime you want to do. The anime's still ongoing. I'll tell you. Yeah. So then you're reading the manga. You're like, man, I'm getting up there, and then you lose your chapter. Oh, F it, I'm done. And you go back to it. I'm gonna do it again.
And
I know
so
I can do it.
It'll start over. It's just like, you know what? It's like this weird drug that hits you. It's just like, I haven't read Detective Conan in a while. Let me just start over. And like, the same shit would happen again. One day I'll come back, and I was notorious for not bookmarking what chapter I end up on while reading online.
Yeah.
I would just leave the page open or something like that because it's just my laptop. So like, no one should be on my laptop. But one day I'll come in and it's just like that page is closed. I'm just like, well,
Yeah, done. I'm
that
done.
was like 20 days of my life gone.
It's like playing a video game and you haven't played it for so long and you're like, yo, where the hell am I? I don't know what's going on. Dang, I'm only like 10 hours in. Might as well just restart from the beginning. I've done that a couple times in some games. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's going
The
on.
craziest thing I used to do, or the one thing I've done in Kingdom Hearts, I like, the first part of that game used to be so hard for me as a kid. Like, just like level 1 on that beach. Trying to find everything and like do all those stupid challenges. I was just like, this is impossible. I literally thought this shit was impossible as like a child, and like that game, I sold it back to GameStop because I couldn't beat the first like stage, and then I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna buy this back, and I bought it back, and I got past the first stage, but then I got to the second stage, where you have to fight that giant
in Travis Town.
Travis Time, the boss there.
Yeah,
that nigga is so hard. Like, he's so hard, man. There's no reason.
way too difficult, man.
And you know what? I probably can go back now as like an adult with full motor skills, and it's not. But like back then, that nigga was so hard. He was so hard in that game. The Tarzan level with the chameleon dude was so fucking hard. And then the last dude who was just like impossible. I low key miss these moments when like you're playing a game and you rage quit, because the reason you rage quit is you just get this high intense energy, right? But it would just be like, I rage quit so hard that my parents was just like, you're not allowed to play this game for a little bit. There's too much emotions that you have invested in this shit that you need to put it down and like step away. But it was for anyone who have played Kingdom Hearts, when you get to Riku,
you don't even
Riku is in like his shadow form, and by this point Sora
Hollow Bastion Riku.
Yeah, and so like you got turned into this Heartless, and like you're traveling through Hollow Bastion and you're trying to get to Riku. And so you get to Riku, and like Riku is in his like shadow form, and you get turned back into Sora. And so you're supposed to fight this cat now. When I say this fight, it's just like I'm playing on normal. I'm not even trying on like difficult.
You're giving people PTSD, man.
Man, it scarred me. This shit, I'm telling you, like
people say they remembered because back then you couldn't skip cutscenes.
No.
So people said word for word knew exactly what was saying the cutscene.
I would be like,
repeat.
No, because like I'll be bantering this nigga in the chair. I'll be like, yeah, finish what you're about to say. I'm about to fuck you up right now. Just wait. And then he'll fuck me up so quick. I'll be like, oh, I hate this game. I hate it. But then I'll go and try again. I swear it took me like 20 times to beat them. And I don't even think I have the same dedication now as an adult to be like, I'm going to sit here for like 4 hours trying to beat one character. And I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's just like...
So, yeah, like that. You just like, nah, man, F it. But, for Kingdom Hearts, I don't know if you remember this, but I used to not like Kingdom Hearts. And not because I didn't like the game, like I said earlier in here, but because it wasn't on GameCube. It was only on PlayStation. And I was jealous. And I have a tendency to do that. I said to say, oh, so I don't like until I actually try it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you remember this, but back in middle school, you was talking with Hernan, our other friends, Hernan.
It was Tom.
Tom, yeah, and then you guys were talking about
Hernan, Tom, and Brian.
Something like, yeah, I don't remember. But I do remember Brian now.
He was a
short dude, yeah, Zamora,
yeah.
So I remember you guys were talking about Kingdom Hearts, and I said, hey, you guys, any of you guys play Tales of Symphonia? And you guys were all like, what the hell is Tales of Symphonia?
It was GameCube
shit, yeah. And I got so mad. I was like, yo, F these guys, man. F these guys. Yo, F Kingdom Hearts. That game is whack juice.
No, because
who plays this Donald Duck characters looking.
I think we were talking about all the items. We used to talk about all the items you had to like collect to get like special blades and
exactly to farm stuff.
If you could beat you see, I didn't even care about beating Sephiroth.
Yeah,
I was just like, that was a challenge, but it was just like, I don't even know if they make games as hard as.
Yeah, a lot of people complain about games being easy.
The thing easy. I wonder about now too is the game truly hard now? If I sat down and played it now, or was it challenging and difficult because I was playing it through like the lens of a kid? Because I was like, what? I think we were like 12, 13 then. Or
when Kingdom Hearts 1 came out?
Yeah.
Nah, dude, we were probably like 10.
Okay.
Yeah, because it came out in 2002.
Okay, yeah. So
or even less than that, dude.
I think that's why it was so challenging.
Like 8 or 7. But like I was saying, so you guys, you didn't play Tales and everything. So I went the whole time saying, yo, Kingdom Hearts is trash. Everybody kept talking about. Then I finally was in college, and I said, you know what? My friend said,
it took you that long?
Yeah, because I never played Kingdom Hearts. I had friends who said, oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts is so great, man.
Yeah.
And he said,
and it's not one of those games. It's something you kind of have to own.
Yeah.
To enjoy it.
Exactly.
You can't go to like a friend's house, and even though I did it with one game for you, Last of Us, I went over to your house for like a week and played
the whole thing. But he was talking about Kingdom Hearts, and he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna bring Kingdom Hearts. He's gonna bring his whole PlayStation 2 when he goes back home and bring it a semester, and we're gonna play." And then I had another friend who said, "Oh, Jamal, I'll just let you borrow 1.5 on PlayStation 3." I said, "Oh, for real?" So I played it, and I was like, "You know what? I'm glad. I can't believe I was so blinded by jealousy and because I couldn't play it on GameCube that I don't like this game. This game is amazing." Then
Yeah.
I went out and bought 2.5 and say, "Yo, Kingdom Hearts is amazing. Play back to back until I got 3, and then I."
Oh, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, that's not.
The legacy of King. It holds such a special place, like Square Enix, because it kind of falls in that realm
Of anime, this culture that we just built because we're like
Yeah.
playing RPGs. I didn't know what a JRPG was
because like
until
Kingdom
this
Hearts
stuff.
is like it's it's kind of loosely like a JRPG.
It's an action RPG, but yeah,
Yeah.
because there's anime elements. You have
Because
these
it's just
Final Fantasy characters
it's
and
all the
whatnot.
Final Fantasy
You just add
characters
Disney
are
characters.
out with Disney characters.
Greatest crossover, I'll say that.
Um,
One of the greatest crossovers.
it's a weird mixture that actually works.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, there's some like flawed moments in Kingdom Hearts, like the ship traveling.
Oh, you didn't like the whole gummy ship
No,
travel?
I fucking hate gummy ships. If I could just teleport to worlds, I
Yeah,
would be so happy.
I didn't like it.
But
I didn't really care about upgrading my gummy. I was like, dude, let me just get to
no,
world
but
to world.
I was saying that because it's just this part of this world that we fell into.
That just brings up so much stuff.
Because it's even like yeah, there's a lot that I credit to like building appreciation and a liking for this world and just like this culture that is like a part of my identity now. Because this is something that I was able to get to college and bond with like
So many people.
so many people in college with, because it was just like,
hey, you sucked at fighting Riku? Yeah, I suck too. Let's be friends.
yeah, or it would be
Talk
like
about our stress of playing this guy.
It was funny. There was one moment I walked, and on my floor, cats didn't lock their doors because it was just like you wanted to make friends, and so anyone could come in your room, anyone could go in your room, and so I went into my one buddy's, is this dude I'm still really good friends with. I went into his room, and he was watching anime, and he paused it, and I was like,
why?
What are you watching?
You watching my answer or something?
He-
Come on,
no,
what are you hiding?
But it's
No,
like
shit.
it's not something cool to be like.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
It is something you. It's like if people are cool with it, you're okay with it. But if someone doesn't know about it, you're just like,
Yeah, you watch cartoons, man?
this is
Yeah.
you're over here watching cartoons. What are you doing? And so I
Hey,
walked
man,
in,
this man watching cartoons.
and like I recognized the anime he was watching. I was like, "You're watching anime?" It's like, "Yeah." It's like, "Let's watch anime." And like I sat down there and we watched it. Then another dude would come in the room and be like, "What y'all doing?" Watching anime, because we would pause it again and like, let's watch anime. I swear we got everyone on the floor into anime.
That's what's up,
Even
son.
dudes who didn't watch anime, we got them into the anime, because it would just be like everyone would be in one room watching anime,
Mhm.
and they're like, well, I guess everyone else is cool with this, we're gonna be cool with it. I swear the game on our floor that became like the game of our floor is Naruto Shippuden.
Mhm.
I think it's like 2.
The Ninja Storms.
Ninja Storms.
Oh.
Everyone on our floor played it. Everyone got good with it. There was one dude who got so good that we didn't allow him to play anymore because he
Those
went.
those friends you have to ban from playing.
Because no, he went and trained.
Oh, come on,
he
dude.
went and trained to
Like,
get
this
good
dude out
at
here-
it.
Nah, man,
But
ain't
he
never
was
beat me
he was
again.
also just like naturally good at
Fighting,
games,
yeah.
fighting games.
You have a couple of those.
And so he got good. I remember my one buddy, me and him, we had like a big projector screen downstairs that we could put games and hook shit up. And so we went down there and we would hook up the PlayStation 3 and just play the game on the projector. And my buddy used me as training practice because I've played these games all my life, so I'm good at it without not bragging or shit. But
Hey man, if you good at something, you good at something.
so he used me as as training practice so he'd get better to beat this one dude who was just insanely good.
Nah, man, that's.
But
I mean, if you got to train for something, but damn, that man, like, I'm like, hey, bro,
I'm
just
not
take it easy. It's just a game, man.
after you lose enough, you're just like, I'm going to get fucking
You know
good
what?
at this.
I take that back about.
It's like Smash.
Yeah, but I take that back about like not training. 'Cause
I also fucking hate on the low.
you hate Smash Brothers?
I hate Smash
That's
Brothers.
that's blasphemous, bro. Not mess with you. Why you don't like it though?
I just never get the controls. Like I
Because
can't.
it's not a conventional fighting game. It really isn't.
I don't get the controls. I don't know if it's just like using the the Wii or the GameCube controller is weird from because I've always played like PlayStation and Xbox. So I don't know if it's just foreign, but I just don't get the control layouts. I don't like that there's like three people fighting at once.
You can do one-on-ones.
I like traditional, but
One on
even then, it's
because
just like
because it's like I said,
it's not the same.
It's not a
I
conventional
like
fighting game.
traditional like fighting games.
Like you're doing
'cause,
combos, like a 5-hit, 10-hit
yeah,
combo,
because
like Mortal
I grew
Kombat
up
or
on
Tekken.
like Tekken,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, Naruto. There was like another like OG fighting
Fighter?
game, not Street Fighter.
Mortal Kombat, Fatal Fury.
Yes,
You're a Fatal Fury fan?
yeah,
You know what? So you know about SNK?
yes.
Okay, so you know to bring an SNK character to Smash.
What?
Guess, just guess. Just
Who
guess.
is no? Who is it?
Terry Bogard. Terry Bogard is going to be in Smash.
I still can't get with it. I tried so many times, and so many of my buddies up there in college, they were huge Smash. The whole world is huge Smash fans.
Smash is a big community of it's very popular around the world. My only problem is it was the Smash community itself. When they introduced Terry Bogard, people are mad because it's like they don't know. I'm not saying every Smash, but if you're a fan of Smash, that's great. But if Smash is like the only game you ever know, like the Nintendo game is the only game you ever know, you're gonna know any of these characters that introduce. You're gonna be like Terry Bogard, who the hell is this? I didn't even know what Fatal Fury was. Personally, I did.
Yeah.
But I did know SNK characters. I know of King of Fighters and stuff like that. So I knew SNK characters. So I was like, oh, they mean that dude from SNK? Yeah, it's okay. I don't know Fatal Fury.
But that's like the cool part because they brought Snake.
Yeah, but exactly.
And that's like such an unorthodox character to bring in.
So they bring it Fatal Fury Terry, and they're like, who is this guy? He's just like a copy paste of Ken from Street Fighter.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
He's like He's like OG.
He's OG. Shit. This dude, Terry Bogard, is popular in Mexico and like around the world instead of like maybe not in the West. But you know Fatal Fury, so you know you're an exception.
It's just this is all. I don't know. All of this is just it falls. I know our conversation kind of been a little bit everywhere.
You're going everywhere.
But it's just kind of all of these things have brought us into like a love of. It's just like gradually all of these things have jumped out from our love of like mangas and anime and being a part of this. Because it really is like a big part of our lives. Speaking definitely for myself, it's something I still do in my free time. I read mangas constantly. I own a bunch of them.
Yeah, it's we grew up on this. Like,
yeah,
I can't say nothing more than that. It's just what we know. It's what we know. So for me to just want to say, stop watching anime, stop watching all that cartoon.
No,
I can't stop because this is what I know.
Like this is
it's inject in my veins type whatever meme you want to say.
I'm gonna turn 40.
I'll be watching anime.
I'm gonna be the old head putting my kids onto like this. I'm gonna be like, you seen that Naruto putting them on some old shit?
Exactly.
Because like by the time we're 40, Naruto's gonna be some like old
head
shit.
stuff. Exactly. I had a teacher in my freshman year in high school. His name was Mr. I think it was Mr. Caleb. Mm-hmm. But he had I remember I was like, huh? He had like a One Piece background on his computer, and people were like, hey, you watch anime and stuff like that? Yeah, man, I watch One Piece and stuff like that. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like this teacher watches anime.
But it's kind of the thing. Like it's in a way like age is. It's like we get older, right? But that doesn't mean the things that we enjoy
should just go away.
Like the things that you enjoy don't have like an age limit to me, anyway. If, like as long as it doesn't start to harm you
or affect your life and make you a functional human being.
Yeah, like as you're trying to like progress and move through like the stages of life, as long as these like hobbies and things that you enjoy doesn't affect you in a negative way, there's no reason that you have to stop. To me anyway, it's just like sometimes I think we feel like as we become adults and shit that we're supposed to start like
start doing mature stuff. I'm supposed to drink my coffee black. I'm supposed to
I do like black
I know
coffee.
I'm just not knocking anybody who drinks black coffee. I'm just saying like you got to start being mature.
Yeah,
mature
like
taste, mature stuff.
You're supposed to like
it's an episode something happened like that in a show.
It's just like you're supposed to grow up. If you have never liked sports, you're supposed to start watching sports.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to grab your beer.
I never liked the news. I never like
You're
watching
supposed to
CNN,
like
so now I got to start watching
the
CNN every
news.
day.
It's
Sit
just
there and
like
talk about the weather, topics of whatever.
you're supposed to become this serious person,
Nah,
and it's
man,
just
I
like
can't.
no. If you have liked video games, anime, and mangas all your life, and comics, I'm gonna throw that in the realm
Yeah,
too.
comics too.
There's
Shout
no
out to the comic
reason,
fans, DC, Marvel.
There's no
whatever.
reason as you like get older that you're just like, it's time for me to throw. It's like there's some quote where it's just like, as I got older, I put away childish things.
Yeah. It's a Bible thing.
I'm not sure. It's just like as I became a man, I put away childish things. And then I think there's more to the quote though, because I think a real man is able to appreciate those things
And where he came from, lifestyle.
yeah, and
Just a person in general. Yeah.
because you're supposed to like incorporate that stuff into who you are, like
Yeah. That
being,
defines you.
like this whole thing is a part of my culture, is a part of who I am. It's something I have chosen to make a part of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And so it would be untrue,
Hypocritical
yeah,
to
to
just
myself
say,
and
I
to,
don't like this stuff no more.
I don't like this
Because I'm
stuff.
older?
It's just like, what? How many hours of your existence have you spent enjoying these things? You're just supposed to be like, I don't like it. It's different if like these things are harming your life.
Yeah, like I'm just doing this and
Yeah.
not doing anything else.
Yeah, and it's stopping you from like
Progressing. But if you could do both, why not?
yeah, exactly. But we say all this to say keep reading mangas,
Pretty much. Yeah,
keep watching anime,
Keep doing you.
keep enjoying the things that bring you happiness and joy.
That's the number one thing about life. People want to do all this stuff and make people happy, but in the end of the day, you got to do what makes you happy. That is it.
Yeah,
Nothing else matters.
because it was kind of what we were talking about before. Like, you wake up, like enjoy these simple things, and like
Exactly. Every day waking up is just a simple thing to enjoy.
and it's like I enjoy coming home after work and watching an episode of a manga. Is something that brings me happiness. I don't, and that shouldn't. If it's something that brings you happiness, that should never feel
Something like you shouldn't feel bad about doing.
yeah,
it.
like ashamed of it. You know,
ashamed. Yeah.
Enjoy your nerdiness. Enjoy all of these fond memories you have of this shit, because like
And once it all ends, it ends. It's
I
done.
have like a bank. It's just like I was saying with the Kingdom Hearts shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's like that shit is etched into
exactly.
my brain.
Or for me, when I said about when Gohan went Super Saiyan 2,
Yeah.
I'm never gonna forget that.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the moment is just boom, it's in my head. Or any key moment.
Yeah.
In any time, like Yusuke or Hiei doing the eternal, darkness
Oh
flame.
yeah.
Let's see.
Or even like the Naruto and Sasuke
Naruto
fight.
and Sasuke fight.
I got so hyped for that. The Drunk Lee fight when Choji went into his butterfly form for the first time. I lost my shit.
When the bleach, the whole
When he
Rescue
went
Rookie arc,
Bankai.
when he went Bankai for the first time, this stuff was like, I was sitting there on
Man,
my edge
the
of my seat.
amount of AMV videos I watched of like Ichigo going Bankai is insane.
You would have thought I was at a live event, like, oh, let's go. Me and my brother were like, yeah, let's go, bro. And then coming, oh man, next week, bro, we doing it again.
And then it would get paused off. It's just, and then it would be the after show when you would go to school and all your homies
you
would be
talk
about
about
it.
the
And
last
then you would
episode.
talk
Yeah,
about it
man.
all over. It's just like, don't, I disagree with that statement I was saying earlier. The whole like, as you grow into a man, you're supposed to put away these childish things. Don't let someone else define what's childish for you. Be the person who make your own like definitions in your life of what's supposed to be in your life. If like watching anime, reading mangas, cosplaying, all this good shit in our culture
you like doing
is
it.
something you like,
Keep doing it.
man. As long as it doesn't bring, as long as it doesn't stop your growth and progression in this life.
That's good. That's a good way to say
Yeah.
it. But yeah, that's pretty much how we got into it. We may have been all over the place.
This
but
is
this is like a free topic day.
Yeah, a freestyle. It was just kind of us having a conversation.
Which is what the whole podcast is about in general.
Exactly.
But this is today. We're just no manga on board. Let's just
Yeah.
talk about why we got into what we got into.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah,
Any final statements?
Oh yeah, just like you said in the beginning, leave in the comment section.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
section like what made you get into anime, or if you have similar experiences to what we experienced, or or something different.
If you have stressful moments from video games, or
Yeah,
a little like post traumatic stress trauma from a game
challenging.
that have been sketched into your mind.
Even Corbin talked about that.
Yeah.
I told him about how you say you stressed out with Rika. He was like, bro, oh my god, yes, bro.
I'm
Like,
telling you,
kids everywhere were getting pissed.
I put it on everything that I got to Treasury Town, got to that final boss after figuring out that fucking town and how to get to the boss. I got to him and said I can't beat him, and I put the game on the shelf for like 3 months. And then I came back and was like, okay, I can do this. Then I got to the chameleon. It was just like, I hate this game with all my life. And then I still came back.
Sold it back to the people.
I did.
Again,
I swear, I sold it back to GameStop. I was like, this game,
it's too hard. Take it back.
It's too hard. I can play something. I think I got Dragon Ball Z. I was just like, I need something I can enjoy. I play games for enjoyment, not stress. I am too young to have stress. Like, this shit isn't supposed,
like 10 years old. Like, yo,
it's just like I'm pulling out hair over here. I'm screaming at the screen. Like, this is how life. And so I sold it back to GameStop. I bought it back eventually, and like the second time I bought Kingdom Hearts 3 times total.
See,
I bought it 3 times total.
Not only were you was a traumatic event, it was also a traumatic event on your wallet. It was stress on your wallet, man, or your parents' wallet.
My parents' wallet, but it was just like this giant challenge to me, and I think that's why when I got it the 3rd time, I was like determined, because my dad was like,
"Yeah, I'm not buying you this game again.
Haven't I bought this for you?"
He's sitting there looking like, hey man, everybody's like 2 times. How many copies of this game you got? You selling it to kids or something?
I'm just
you breaking it? What's happening?
I'm just like, don't worry about that. Just buy the game. This is personal right here. This is like my first life mission right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, leave something in the comments if you've been through these stressful moments. Yeah, like Jamal said, like, subscribe.
I said rate.
Like,
wow,
subscribe.
I said rate. Oh
well,
my God,
you can rate too on iTunes and like Spotify.
Yeah, like, rate, subscribe, whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, let us know what you think. This is Shawn.
This is your co-host Jamal,
and this was 3, 2, 1. Let's talk. Have a good weekend, y'all.